Rimuru reincarnated into another world by Kischur. The happenings in Gloria. It has been a day since Rimuru has successfully killed the Blizzard Dragon, and right now the news of such kill has not reached anyone's ears, since no one has saw the remains of such fearsome dragon, with the body of the dragon being left to rot in the ice that it personally created, and with Rimuru allowing information of her going to said heavenly dragon and with the dragon's corpse just laying in the cold snow. It would just be a matter of time, before anyone who finds out the remains of said dragon and connect the two events together. But that would happen in a few days from now. And right now, even if such information is released, Gloria wouldn't be celebrating since the territory itself is preparing for war with the kingdom of Estage and Kreris, since it has been spotted by the Shadow Corps, with said corps having sent the information to Gloria and the rest of Tempest. And since then, Ultimia and Shizuku has been training the army troops, while Tempest decided to send out 100,000 strong army to Gloria for reinforcement, with Kevin also sending in his top squad to assist his baby sister. As for Kevin's top squad, their official name is the Flamechasers, with said squad being called the strongest in Tempest, with even Rimuru also complementing their power, since the special thing about the squad is that no one was born with special abilities whatsoever, with their current abilities being solely driven by their natural talents and hard work. Of course, because of such immense backing, the troops in Gloria is very much high in spirit. Of course, just because they are getting quite a strong backing, doesn't mean that they wouldn't train, and right now all troops are all laying to the ground, with both Ultimia, Fuka and Shizuku looking surprised, since an army that holds about 20,000 troops was very much easily defeated by a single fighter. Since in the middle of laying bodies, was the figure of a majestic fighter, the person was a very beautiful girl with black hair and blue eyes, and in her hands was a rapier, and the person's name is Chloe Aubert. When the others heard of her desire of helping them train the troops and her method of training of just fighting everyone in the army, they doubted her for the first time, and even in the battle they still doubted her victory. But after the ending of said battle, they all couldn't help but be in shock of what happened, since everything ended in under 10 minutes, and most of that time was spent by Chloe explaining the faults and weaknesses of each soldier that she defeated, and add in her holding back as well. They reckoned that Chloe could have ended the battle in about a minute or so. But the one that was most interested in the battle was Ultimia. Ultimia, after seeing her way of holding her rapier, felt a tang of nostalgia and recognition to the way that she holds it. Because of that, in the entire battle, she entirely focused on Chloe and her sword play, and when all of it ended, she was surprised of her findings. Ultimia. She uses Tempest Arts. But how? Ultimia realized the style that Chloe was using was Tempest Arts. Sure, she didn't saw her used any moves, but she did saw the habits and the way that the Tempest Arts user moves in Chloe, so she was sure of it. Chloe Aubert uses Tempest Arts, but the question is, how does she knows how to use the art? She asked herself, since she was sure that Rimuru hasn't taught anyone but her the style, and even then the style itself is kept a mystery as well, since Alfred wanted to keep it a mystery for now, simple because of its versatility and power after all. And in truth, the only reasons why Fuka and Shizuku didn't recognize it, is simple because of the fact that Tempest Arts' specialization is to confuse the opponent and then kill said opponent as quickly as possible. On how it is done, the user of the art would move in such a way that it wouldn't be possible to distinguish it to any other sword styles, making it quite easy for the user to easily trick the opponent and kill them. And on how to measure the skills of the user in the art, is by how good they are to mask that illusion to outside parties, third parties, making it hard for others to perceive on what the user's art and style is, making it quite difficult to create a counter for it, especially for master users of the Tempest Arts. And in truth, Ultimia herself is an expert in the art, since she herself is very much talented in the sword play, and then her also being taught by the creator of the style and the greatest teacher one could ever ask for as well. She was able to quickly reach the expert range, making her know right away that Chloe was using the art, and most terrifying of all, she was in the master range. Sure, she isn't at the level of her master Rimuru Arcadia Gloria Tempest, but even then she is still very much skilled in combat. Ultimia. Just who are you, Chloe Aubert? I just hope that you aren't an enemy, for I fear that only one who could beat you is Lady Rimuru, Ultimia thought, while giving Chloe a questionable gaze, for even in the game there wasn't a Chloe Aubert, making her quite vigilant on who the powerful figure is. Of course, Chloe, who is very much used to being side-glanced at, instantly noticed her questioning gaze, making her smile a little at that. Chloe. Good, she is being suspicious of me. Maybe they would contact Rimuru-sensei, she thought, happy that her plan was working. Her plan is rather simple really, she would just simple show her abilities. While using the things that she learned from Rimuru, while being her student in both the Freedom Academy and the Tempest Royal Academy, which is numerous since she wanted to learn everything from her after all, making her original fighting style changed quite a lot, since by the end of her tutelage under Rimuru, more than 70% of her fighting style is just made out of Rimuru's fighting style, along with her modified version of some of her moves. And right now, she is planning on revealing them to the trio, to hopefully make them become suspicious enough to contact Rimuru to question about her, but of course there are also some flaws to this plan as well, and that is that they become suspicious enough about her that they would try to exclude her about the affairs of the territory, and would even actively try to give her some bad hand thanks to their suspicious about her. Making it quite mentally taxing to Chloe herself, since she herself doesn't know what the limit is, before they try to exclude her. But that doesn't mean that she would just give up because of that, since she would do anything to get back and meet her precious sensei once more. For nothing in this world would separate the two. Not even time and space. The past, the present or the future. Fate, destiny or even probability. Nothing shall separate the two. For nothing shall destroy the eternal love of Chloe for her one and only teacher Rimuru Tempest. For nothing shall separate Chloe and Rimuru. Nothing at all.